Hey everyone, welcome back. Got another battle report, Conflict 47. Some Canadians versus some double platoon Soviets playing the Bolt Action Alliance Nuts mission. So the other here, it is the Bolt Action Alliance. So it's not a standard Conflict 47 mission, but none of these have been issued yet. The huts, um, those little metal huts, they'll only give -1 to hit, and you don't give resilient to anybody inside it. The Canadian platoon is very similar to his last list. The main thing is he dropped I believe, the second bazooka and added in flamethrower and a jeep. I mixed it up a decent bit, running two platoons this time. Wanted to get the both Rift Tech vehicles in here, so um, kind of went with like a inexperienced command sections and then a more of a regular. So you got the inexperienced lieutenant in this one, but a commissar in the free squad, kind of all over here, and then the a regular and some vets and some other stuff over here. My list is comes out to 10 dice to his 14, so we'll see how that pans out. Setup. So, like I mentioned on the huts, these will just be -1 to hit, and don't give resilient. Some tank traps here, and then we treat these the woods as can't see through them, but you can see if somebody's inside on the deployment. All right, so you see the 5 objectives: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just throwing out all the forces here. You got the automated infantry, his command, his regular infantry, air observer, infantry, and automated. My inexperienced is clumped down here, and then everybody else is kind of hiding. So turn 1, just a cool shot of his guys coming up. Yeah, he's, like I said, he switched the painting here, went to the desert to a European theme, and yeah, I like what he's done. The other one, the other theme looked good, but we're most of our tables and everything are set up in a more European style, so he just didn't want it to clash, so he swapped it over. Just an overall board state. The first couple turns, spoiler, is really just everybody moving into position, occupying the huts for firing positions or the woods. Just a shot from the other side. On to turn 2. So yeah, the first of my vehicles rolls in. Just a nice little cool shot of that. His stuff's still moving up. Yeah, you see a little bit of trade and fire, but I misjudged his distance because the projector here is it's only 24 inches. It doesn't require line of sight, but yeah. So I really should have just ran it the first turn, and then everything would have been in range. Yeah, just another cool shot of his stuff here. Yep, the inexperienced infantry, I popped them in here, and they've started taking fire because that's really the only thing anybody can shoot at. On to 3. So yeah, like I said, moving through these pretty quick because just reserves. We're both fluffing some of our reserve rolls, so yeah, it makes for a quick couple turns. Yeah, so he's piling up on the objective. Um, I finally move into range fire and don't really do too much. Uh, but yeah, that is not the case here. So yeah, his stuff that is able to shoot has been lighting up my inexperienced. They've been going down, I believe, to try to just die slower, but yeah, he's still putting a hurting on them. But thankfully, Commissar and LT are here to provide motivation. On to 4. So yeah, Big Stompy finally shows up, and yeah, he just ran up. He's slow, so he showed up a turn late, so I didn't get to kind of like advance on and um, take pot shots on the way in. So yeah, just to play catch up because he's really got to clear off, make sure I can clear this objective. They just keep getting shot. I mean, that's kind of their job. You see them, his automated infantry doing their thing, and just moseying on up. So yeah, here's me, just firing and not doing. I mean, they look cool. That and the projector. I mean, I like them. They just, yeah, not doing too much. Cromwell shows up. That's that's going to get interesting because as I've started taking heavier armor or more armor, um, so this has started not just in his list, but some of the other opponents. You see more AT showing up, um, mainly just from the Russian, or a lot of our stuff is so heavy on the walkers and whatnot. Yeah, they were the first time I started bringing them out. They didn't have anything to crack them, so they've they've remedied that. Speaking of which, so yeah, Jeep and Bazooka come roaring in, and I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'll be able to address that threat here pretty quick. I know, yeah, the crime wave came in, they're coming in, but that should be good. Action pose. Um, yeah, but part of his plan. So now is the outflankers. They roll in, and yeah, so that's now I can see why he was a little risky because they could have whiffed, but yeah, now I see why he was so brave on bringing them in. Out pops the flamethrower team and cooks them pretty good, and the commandos. So what went from, oh yeah, I can handle this. I got some veterans here with the Panzerfaust, got that thing, the projector, so that should be good too. Uh-oh. Yeah, yeah, because they're pretty much all but gone at this point. So to counter, luckily my veterans didn't run off. Pinned a ton of pins, but they didn't run off. Um, Bringing my terrors, luckily they passed their backup, so we come in to have some words with these commandos. Um, but not a lot. So we come in and fire, and they just whiff. Um, so that was less than desirable. So on to five. So yeah, luckily I believe I get first pull and fire to because I know if I don't deal with these guys, it's gonna be a hurting. And luckily this time it does work out. So I lose three, he loses the whole squad. So I'll take that as a pretty fair trade. Um, but at the cost of that, bazooka comes out, and between I think I forget it. I think it's the Cromwell. I think they whiff, but the Cromwell he gets the second pull and pops it. It doesn't kill it, but hits it and stuns it. The flamethrower and yeah, I believe the flamethrower. Yes, it hits the squad here, but then runs out of fuel. So um, yeah, this woods went from high density to low density. Yeah, just my Stompy McStomper. He's just coming in, looking cool, not shooting or not hitting anything. He's firing a bunch. Oh yeah, you see the Jeep run back for round two. Yeah, and all this stuff is just firing on what he can hit. But at this point, with the armor here and the other stuff out of range, little little he can do. Yeah, you see the inexperience here finally got pulled down from the weight of fire, and the air observer and decides to light this as the target up just to kind of block, hopefully hit his and reach over here. And forgetting that, I promptly bring in my SMG troops to swing up this way, going for the objective. And yes, luckily, um, put this out of order, but yeah, he swaps. Believe turn of six, it jumps over here. Yeah, yeah. So I did that out of order, but yeah, turn six, it pops over there. Um, the guys come over here, fire again. Don't do it. Don't hit. But at this point, I still got some pins. He moves up the Cromwell. I like the glowing effect he did here, and managed to hit my the Mastodon here and stuns it. So yeah, that kind of hurts my plan of running. Yeah, my goal was just to run him at this point up here block it, and then they can sweep it behind. So he did, yeah, perfect. Uh, his eye on the mission, that's disabled, so he disables this, so I'm not able to get out here without with cover. Yeah, and he pretty much does my exact plan. So to force it, he runs his air observer out here. So now it's my, like I have to run up here, and I can't just run on the to the objective. I have to either move or make a deciding factor of either moving him, yeah, moving him up and shooting, or and peeling him off the objective and hope for a seventh to move on to it, or just run on to contest. And then to that note, you see him loading up more of his, picking up LT and ready to bring them up here. So I imagine at this point, if we do get a turn 7, they can run out. This can run up. So, he's already planning for 7. Over here, they finally, the automated infantry finally mosey over. So I made the mistake. I didn't show it. Artillery didn't do anything to him. The artillery strike didn't do much at all. But I ran my commissar out a little early. He got sniped out because I was trying to contest the objective, but it didn't do anything. And yeah, so he got gunned down, and then but yeah, so now he's in control of this objective. So now I have to peel him off. Thankfully, my these were supposed to come in about a turn or two ago, but I kept failing the reserve roll. So I finally my Mark IIs finally come in, and we're able to peel off one. So yeah, still he's on there. He doesn't fail his check, but yeah, it's just one more thing I gotta, you know, force. So so instead of trying to kill him, I want to at least make sure I can test it. So they bolt out here to the objective for a cool little action shot of man versus machine. And I do the same here. So I don't want to bank on a turn 7, so I run them out just to contest. And conclusion, so we don't get a turn 7, so it is a loss. Canadians end up controlling 2 objective points to my 1. I did kill 3 of his units, well 2, and on further review 1 never showed up. So yeah, luckily, yeah. So unlike my Mark IIs that showed up better late than never, his Guardian never showed up. But I honestly only killed 2 units to his killing 4 of mine. Realistically, I think I did some, a little bit of mistakes here. The in running the commissar out and allowing, his not putting fire into the lone trooper here, or basically I didn't direct any resources in the automated infantry here, so they were able to come all the way across and take this objective. I should have, I don't know, maybe hide the inexperienced infantry instead of putting them out in the open, and they would have likely lived, or at least longer in the battle to be able to put some fire on the automated infantry there. But overall, it was a fun game. Yeah, those it was a lot of that first bit, the first couple turns there was just moving into position, and then he did spring a real good trap on on that outflanking, so he was able to pretty much shut down my entire left flank, and so those are resources I wasn't able to send to the middle objective or throw or contest his. But overall, good game. Canadian win 2-1, and thanks for watching.